There, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited, as always. I'm so excited to come live today and share really simply how women have changed their lives by simply packaging what they know. Now, this is going to be for you if you are smart and you're sharp, you create incredible results in what you do in your profession or in your life. Maybe it's a hard skill, something you've studied for and you're amazing at, or maybe it's a soft skill, something that you do in life that has made a difference. People often will compliment you about your zone of genius. Now, I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company about 24 years ago. And I simply made a decision to package what I knew how to do. And in packaging what I knew how to do, I changed my life. And today I've had the opportunity to build an amazing coaching practice where I've coached thousands of women and helped them to understand how to own and have agency around their skills and their talents that they've been given away in many cases to others. Now, here's the deal. So many women who are already so incredibly sharp, I want to make sure I share this to another platform. So many women who are already incredibly sharp and smart and incredible at what they do, they often are already sharing their gifts with others, but they're not being compensated for it. And that might be you. And if that's you, no shame here. I'm going to break down today just what some women that I've had the opportunity to work with, what they have done, what they have accomplished by simply really understanding the value of the transformation that they bring to others. Let me share this, and then you'll have 100% of me here. And do me a favor while I'm sharing this broadcast, be sure to share it also if it resonates with you as I share with you what I know will absolutely support you. The title of this live today is How Women Have Changed Their Lives by Packaging What They Already Know. And the truth of the matter is, today, so many people think that if they want to start a business as a coach or a consultant, or they want to license their content, that it's about the information that you can teach someone, or a framework or a niche. And I'm going to tell you that my clients are successful because none of those things are the things really. Okay. The fact of the matter is, there are results that you create, you being you. The reason why in your workplace that you're the go-to person, you're the person that they have, you have a nickname, you're the person that everyone looks toward to solve whatever it is that you do at a high level, and it could even be in life, or people call you often for advice, is because likely you have a result system that you've never thought of this way. And one of the things that I've taught my clients how to do is how to package themselves as a full solution. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, and how transformative, how it can truly transform your life. Let me explain this in a really simple way. Nothing pitchy, nothing hyped here. I just want you to stay with me. Can we agree you'll stay with me? All right. The reality is that there is only one you with your life experiences, you with the failures that you've had that you've overcome, you with your background, your education, your expertise, your experience. It's just one you. And you have a way, a proprietary way, let's say, to solve things over and over and over again that you may not even know. A lot of times the women that I've had the opportunity to work with who have packaged themselves at a very high level, they never really saw their gifts in the way that I see their gifts, right? They just kind of do things that create results for others, but they've never thought about monetizing their gifts. They never thought about monetizing the results or the expertise or the transformation at all, because they've had a mentality up until the time we worked together that you work for someone and you give away your intellect. And I want to challenge those of you who have been there, done that, and are currently there. No judgment there. We've all been there. I've started my career as a corporate trainer, and I worked for a Fortune 100 company. I think it was Fortune 10 at the time company. And I was a trainer. I did all things instructional design, curriculum development, buying licensed content, and I was really good at it. And one of the things that I didn't realize was that there were other people who were doing what I was doing professionally, but I was actually really good at what I did. And my reviews from the folks that I was training were exceptionally high. So it was my zone of genius. It was based on my experience, my background, and my ability to create results. And I want you to think about you, and I want you to think about what you do exceptionally well. On that journey, I decided that I wanted to go to work as myself, and I wanted to package me like the things that I was doing for others. I wanted to package me, okay, for myself in my own business. And if you can relate to this, I want you to write hashtag I can relate. But I wasn't really sure. I didn't have like this picture of what it was. This is 24, 25 years ago. Like, package yourself, Mia. This is what the package is. Didn't know what it was. But I knew I had some really distinct skills, and there was an echo in my life from my employers, from the staff, from the workplace, that what I did created value in tremendous ways. And so I say to you that what I want you to do is to start looking at what is it that people are already saying to you about you. This is not anything that's foreign from you. A lot of times when we are thinking about packaging what we know, that we're waiting for validation around an idea, or we're looking or Googling to see what everybody else is doing and thinking we should be a version of that. I don't think so. I actually decided I was going to lead from the front. Like, I was going to lead what I do from the front. And I suggest that you do that. That's what I get my clients to do also. And as a result of that, I decided to begin my journey coaching women who were moms around identity, because so many women get lost in motherhood, and I never did. And I had some really great systems for myself. And because I had a background as a trainer, I understood how to construct things in ways that would be digestible for others. And I thought, let me do that. And built an amazing coaching practice, coached hundreds of women over the course of the first 7 years of my business, did incredible things, ended up getting signed to Emmy nominated television shows, ended up writing for some major publications, all kinds of great things. And I say this to you not to brag. I say it because one, is true, and you can see online what I've done. But two, I decided that my gifts could make room for me. And I want you to know that your gifts can make room for you. If you're listening to this right now, it's not an accident. You're here for a reason. You could be doing anything. You could be at work or at night, maybe you're doing the dishes or whatever it is. But the reality is you're here for a reason, and you're here for a reason because one of the things that you want to do likely is change your life by packaging what you already know. And as a result of leading the charge myself, so many women watched me build an amazing coaching business, and they came to me and said, can you show me how I can do the same my own way in my own business? And fast forward, I have coached thousands of women, have used my systems over the years, and I've showed them specifically how to package, how to price properly, how to fully position themselves so as the obvious choice based on the results they bring to the table, and how to find buyers. Now, one of the things that I'm just going to say, and I'm really proud of, is in building my business, I never became a smaller version of someone else. I never decided that, haha, that's what you're doing and that's what I should do. And I believe that the longevity in my business has come from the authenticity. I know that the results that I've created in the business have been a direct result of me owning the things that are great about what I know how to do. And I say that to you honestly in the most transparent way as possible, because a lot of times we learn that we need to change who we are, what we do, to fit what somebody else is doing. And what I know for sure, I never did, and I don't teach my clients to do, is take the thing that makes you scarce, right? And get rid of it. The thing that makes you scarce is the thing that makes you valuable. It's the way you do it that's different than the way anybody else does it. And I just wanted to say that to you directly. If you've been trying to figure out how to get started launching this coaching or consulting business, and you've seen so many examples online and you're not quite sure, or maybe you've even had some level of mentorship and you've been told like what you're doing is too much, nobody's going to buy those things. I promise you, I've heard all of those things. The thing that makes you scarce is the thing that literally is what will make you valuable. And just lean into that 100%. Some of the unique stories of what my clients have done over the years, some of my favorite stories. I have a client who was a femininity coach, and when I met her, she was charging, I think it was something like 99 or $97 for a online portal that she had, and you could work with her over the course of a year. And when I spoke with her, her goal was to hit six figures for the very first time in her business. She had not done that. I think she had gotten to like 40,000 or something like that. And I suggested to her that her model was what was missing. There wasn't a real model for monetization. And I showed her how to package what she was doing properly monetarily. And, within 6 months, she hit six figures, which was amazing. And she went on to do multiple six figures in her business. And I think that the key thing, the packaging, what you do is like sometimes you deliver the value, but you don't know how to translate that value, how to price it. And the women that I know who have changed their lives by packaging what they know really get clear around the value of what it is that they bring. And they're not afraid to stand in their value, and they're not afraid to charge for the level of results that they bring to the table. And I think sometimes you have to face yourself around that, because maybe you've been dealing with a whole lot of people in your world have said, nobody's going to pay you this for that. Or like, why would anybody do that? And you get yourself around people who can see in you who you really are, who see what next level looks like. The second story that I'll share, and I hope that one helped you, is a client that came to me during the time where during COVID actually, when she really didn't have the money. I think she had just gotten let off from her job. She used her last dollar to come to one of my master trainings and changed her life. And within a couple of weeks of the master training, 4 or 6 weeks, she closed her first really large deal, about 25 grand. And that ended up being a renewable contract for six figures. And that ended up happening for her over and over again, in addition to she having access to the opportunity to pitch for a multi-million dollar opportunity, in addition to getting very high level national media attention. And I say this because she already had the goods and you already had them, but she didn't see the value of what she was bringing. It was a little of this over here and a little of that over there. And what I was able to do was help her put together a cohesive structure for what she was offering, a true package. And as a result of that, it changed how she could market, but more importantly, it changed how she saw herself in business. I have another client who I work with who is an educator. And when I started working with her, she was selling a system already that was, the parents were paying something like $60 or $40 for 6 weeks or something like that. But the thing that was interesting to me about what she was offering was the fact that there was a wait list, and that all of the schools wanted this thing she offered. And so one of the things I was able to help her with was changing the model, changing the market, changing the message, and changing the customer. And it changed her whole life. So instead of her marketing to parents at $60, we market to a different sponsor. And as a result of that, those contracts became 23 to $25,000 each. That are $500,000 9 months later, changing the model. And I say this to you because the model matters. And when a lot of times when people are coaching and consulting and doing this work, sometimes by themselves, they just don't know what is available to them. And so they choose from a very small pot. Today, what I'm talking about, for those of you who have just joined me, is how the women that I've worked with changed their lives by packaging what they know. Another story of one of my clients, medical doctor, who wanted to learn how to build their business from anywhere in the world. As a result of the work we did, was able to close her practice, move to another territory, to build a remote business. And I say this to those of you who have been tethered by the work that you do, and you can't see how can I leave this and still monetize. It is possible. And I wanted to share just a few stories with you of women who have just really taken the things that a lot of folks would have said they will never work, nobody will ever say yes to these things, and show you that it is possible when you package what you know properly, when you let go of I need to find a niche, when you let go of Google searching your purpose, when you understand that like you're meant to lead from the front. I only work with women who really want it, who want to hit six figures or more in their business, right? So maybe you already hit six figures, but you want that next, whatever the next goal looks like, quarter million, half a million, whatever, $1 million, multi-million dollars in your business. Or maybe you are now trading time for dollars. You want to double your revenue in your business. You're trying to figure out how to do that. And you want honest mentorship, not something cookie cutter. You don't want Chat GPT telling you what you ought to be doing. That's not the best way to use AI, actually. The way to use AI is a tool to get things done more efficiently, but it's not meant to build your ecosystem. It is not meant to direct where you need to go. You need to be seen, right? And your uniqueness, your giftedness, you need to be held accountable to being able to command the revenue that you're meant to command. And I hope that there's something that I've said to you today that shook your shoulders a little bit. That was my goal. And to let you know that if you're ready to make that shift, you're ready to make a change for yourself, then I want to invite you to schedule a clarity call with me. On one second, let me grab the link here for you, and I'll post in the chat a link where you can book a call. And on that call, we can explore how and what are the options for you to be able to package what you do at a high level. What might be the bottlenecks in your business? How can you change your life via packaging what you do, or changing your prices, or positioning your marketing differently, or learning how to close and sell if you don't know how to do that, or how to find buyers, or how to sell strategically, or have your ideal clients come to you. And if this in any way has supported your thinking, right? And then I'd love you to do a couple things. One, to like this video. Two, to share it. All right. And then three, obviously, to book a clarity call so that we can get you moving, right? Get you started. All right. So I hope that this has supported you in some way. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I'm very excited that I had the opportunity to share with you how women have changed their lives packaging what they already know. It's possible for you, and it's not one of those things where you have to spend like 6 months to 1 year to figure it out. I have clients that figure it out quickly. All right, over the course of 6 weeks, their package. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing rest of your day.
I have been working with Mia Redrick for a couple of months now. I come to this experience with a lot of education. She was speaking my language from day one. What has changed for me is with all of the education, with all of the training and workshops and private coaching and things that I've had, what I didn't have was a real understanding on how I could package these things, price them, and promote them so that I could monetize what it is that I do and what it is that I wanted to do. And now with Mia, I have an understanding of how to take my tangible and intangible gifts, talents, and skills and put those things in a package that allows me to serve other people and benefit from it.
I was stuck. I never thought of my knowledge as something that I could create it as a proprietary system. What is the value of that? For me, it is priceless. And I'm so happy I made the investment because I can now see how my business can be transformed and how I can be transformed as a result of this work. So I cannot thank Mia enough.
Before I met Mia, I was selling my product for a very, very low price, and I did not just believe in what I was worth. So I had to change my mindset. I had to change the way I thought. I had to start believing in abundance and expecting it. And so these are the things that I had to learn as Mia mentored us. Now I'm happy to say I'm selling my product for what it's worth.
Before working with Mia, I couldn't sell a $297 product. After after working with Mia for about 10 months, I was pitching a $10,000 product to a company.